My name is Lejla.
My name is Erica.
My name's Jade.
My name is Nida.
My name's Ebony.
I am a survivor of domestic abuse. Today, I'm breaking my silence. Healing has been so strange. I really thought there was like a point in my journey where I thought it's just going to be linear and I'm just going to be really happy and get on with my life and get over it, and because that's what everyone tells you, oh, get over it, like, or you're being dramatic, like it's over now, aren't you happy? And you're like, well, actually it's not really that easy. And I think for me, the reason why I created this community for victims and survivors was because I had no one. I don't think my healing journey would have been the same had it have not been for all the amazing women in our community. I can't believe that there was a time where I had no one. I feel like sometimes no amount of therapy, no amount of anti-anxiety medication, no amount of someone just sometimes just talking to my friends would have helped me if I didn't have you ladies, if I didn't have all of the other women that are in this community. And it just means so much to me.
It's absolute, like, when I tell people it has absolutely changed my life, it has changed my life, because I say all the time, it doesn't enable people to stay in an abusive relationship, but it validates how you are feeling in that moment. And I think it's really good because you see so many other women that have come through the worst and they're at a point now where, okay, life is not ever going to be incredible and perfect every single day, but it shows you that life does get better. And it's like, for me, I could be having a really down day, I could literally be laying in bed, my children absolutely running wild, and I can see something, like, obviously I've got my notifications on, and I'll see like Baile's posted something, and it will just be, I don't know, anything. It could just be you doing something positive with the day, like, do you know what, I've had a rubbish morning, but I'm going to, and it's like, do you know what, I need to get up and I need to do the same. And it's nice being able to offload to people that understand. Yeah. So when I message you all and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe X, Y, Z, anybody else would just be like, oh, that's all right, it's okay, because they don't get it. But to actually speak to women that get it, it's massive, like absolutely massive. And every person that messages me and says anything, I'm just like, you need to follow this page, you need to actually read, watch the videos.
Do you think that your journeys would have looked the same without the support from this community that we've created now?
I don't think so.
No.
I think with me starting Victims 2, it enabled me to find you guys. I know that without it, there's no way I'd be sitting here today. There's no way I'd shared my story further. Like, the confidence that I've gained through talking to you guys, the power I feel like I have. A year ago, if someone told me that I'd be in this position, I would have laughed in their face with confidence, because I couldn't even envision it at all. So to be here today, to have met you guys, and to be, basically, I feel like we're just like siphoning with energy, like we're just gaining energy from each other. There's no way I would have been the person I am today without you guys, no chance. And for me, even with my journey with Victims 2, there was a point I wanted to give up. I remember in the chats that we have, and I was like, guys, like, this is happening, I don't know what to do. And all of you guys would come together and be like, Erica, this is going to happen. You are so strong, keep going. And I would actually sit there for a brief moment and be like, I'm going to be okay. This is going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And some days you forget, because it's so easy to slip back into that negative mindset that you once had. But now to be where I am, beyond grateful, beyond grateful.
I was on my own for like 5 or 6 years. Like, I couldn't talk to people about it. And it's only like now, there's probably 2 other people that I've spoken to about properly. And obviously I reached out to you about it. So yeah, like, it's amazing. I'm so grateful to be here today.
For me, I'm gonna say something. For me, right, like, sitting here and knowing that, like, this is just 5 of us. There are like so many more women.
500,000 of us.
Like, even just
so
today,
many more
look
of
how
them.
many of these women have like been tagging us in stories and stuff. It's like
So
they're here. It's
grateful.
just
Yeah,
like
that
they're
they all
here
fit
with us. Like, even the girls when everyone's talking, like, it's literally not even an introduction of hi, it's just hey girls, straight into conversation, and it's just like, it really is incredible. Like,
I never thought I'd find you.
No,
Ever.
honestly.
I don't. Like, I remember periods where I was so alone, and I literally used to beg the universe, like, please send me something, just a sign,
Anything.
something to let me know that none of it was my fault and that I'm not alone. There has to be someone else out there. And there came all 24,000 of you. Like, what the hell?
But you were at the heart of that.
Yeah.
Without you, there's no the rest of
Nothing.
it. You know, you were all you needed all along. It was just finding that and running with it. And, you know, thank God you were brave enough to take that first step, because the ripple effect that you've had will impact so many women and their whole family, their children, for such a long time to come. I don't know anyone else who has this kind of movement. Charities have been there for a while, but
It's nothing as personal as this.
It's not personal and it's not impactful. It goes so far as a fundraising event, or, you know, this is...
And it was never about, like, having a following, because it's not about that. It was about finding women who could literally stand side by side with me and be like, I get it. I get it. I know how you feel.
I just feel like at this point, like, we, like, just this alone is a thing of, we will not stop all domestic abuse, but the louder and the more that all these thousands of girls that are coming forward and speaking out, and it's like girls are educating themselves to learn. So even girls at the beginning of their relationships, they are looking for these red flags, and they are then seeing the impact of what it has on people. And I think also then the people that are so deep in these relationships and stuff, they can look at, like, the things that we're doing and think, do you know what, there is actually light at the other side. And so I think it's for both, for victims and survivors. Like, it's massive, absolutely massive. And I certainly wouldn't be doing anything that I'm doing now if it wasn't for your page. Like,
But can you imagine a year ago, did you think, like, when you left your abuser, you'd be here today?
Seriously.
Did you?
Seriously.
No, I didn't.
I just, it was like, he went to prison and that was that for me, and I came across your page and it was just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And it's like, I felt like I already knew you before we'd even had a conversation. I felt like so, oh my God, this woman, like, what an angel. Like, I don't know, it's just absolutely crazy. Like, I feel like your page is all I talk about. And even when we did the live and you was like, if there was one thing that could have, like, changed something, and I was just like, your page, because your page has changed everything for so many of us. Like, it's literally a community of girls for life that none of us even know each other. Like, all 24,000 women, like, look at us all just... I just don't have any words. I really don't. Like, it's like, it's unreal.
Like, I would never have thought I would have been sat here speaking loudly about what
this.
I've been through.
Yeah.
I never thought I was brave enough.
No, me neither. I used to tell my stories, and I used to sit and think, like, I can't wait to write my email. Like, I can't wait to get to a point where I want to write it. And I just remember I was like, it was after the whole kidnapping thing when we posted it, and I was like, do you know what? Absolutely, I need to send this email and just write it. And it was so weird because I thought, how do you write 5 years worth of abuse into an email? But it just kind of just started rolling off my tongue, and it was like, wow. And I was so scared for it to be posted, and I was counting down the hours, and I was like, because you don't know what people are going to say, but every single woman on that page that was just there, like, I was like, wow.
the support, like sometimes if I'm doubting what I'm doing and I wonder if I'm really having an impact, I just go into my comment section and then I just go or into my DMs, and I've never in my life experienced this amount of support from that many people that I've never met. And it's all because they're just
with
like
no
us.
judgment
None
whatsoever.
whatsoever. We're
It's
all the
crazy.
same.
It's
And not a
crazy.
single one of us is alone anymore.
No, everybody's story is different, but yet there's still so much that relates us and brings us all together, and that in itself is just beautiful. Yeah.
If you could give yourself one piece of advice back then, when you were in the depth of that relationship, what would it be? Just one piece of advice.
I would definitely say to myself, Jade, you are worth the love that you give so freely to everybody else. I've got so much love. I'm such a soft, sensitive soul. I just want everybody that I care and love to be happy, to be themselves. And I think for a long time I attached my worth to how happy and what I could give to someone else, and romanticising someone although they didn't love me at all. And I think it all come down to that I didn't have any love for myself. So I would say to myself that you are worthy of love, that you deserve love just like you love everybody else, and don't be afraid to accept it either.
I feel like if I could speak to myself back then, I would tell myself 100% it's better to come from a broken relationship than to keep living with broken bones, because I think I was so fixated on, because I was a young mum, I just wanted to prove everyone that I could have a family and stuff. So I think I would definitely tell myself that it's better to come away from a broken relationship, that I didn't break myself, than to live with broken bones. And it's definitely, I would tell myself that life does get better, because I think I was so stuck in a thing that what life could I possibly have for myself if I didn't have him. And now I'm here, I'm just, I don't really have the right words, because I just can't believe that I'm where I am now. It's just, I don't know how I got here, but I've made it.
I think for me, what I needed to hear back then was that I'm a lot stronger than I think, and I shouldn't have doubted myself, because during that period of time, during those incidences, it was so easy for me to sit there and believe everything that was being told to me, that it was my fault, that I'm the reason this is happening, it's my behaviour, it's my attitude, it's me speaking back, it's me protecting myself. That was the problem. And if someone just was there, of course I didn't speak up, so I didn't have that voice or that person to tell me, it's not your fault. But if I did have that, essentially it would have changed how things ended, or it could have gotten me out of that situation a lot sooner. And having that reassurance that I am strong, because I never thought I could heal from this. This time last year, I was an absolute wreck. Sleepless nights, not eating, then overeating, not eating, not overeating, a continuous cycle of trauma and pain that I couldn't even control. And yeah, that's like the most important thing I think I wish I heard back then. And I know it's down to, having that time and patience to heal, but hearing those words would have definitely made things a lot different for me.
I would say to myself, Nida, you're brave. You are stronger than this. And for the sake of the kids, just leave. That's it. Yeah.
Holding my head again, making my way through crowded thoughts. Sometimes it's hard to get out of it. Broke my heart in the dark. I was just trying to feel something, falling asleep to the sound of it. Always used to lay you clean up the messes, down on my knees, thought I couldn't stand up on my own. Turns out sometimes you're stronger alone. Bringing out the fight, yeah, bring on all the lightning. 'Cause I'm looking for a hero, look inside the mirror. I found one, oh, carry the hurt when it gets too hard. Pick it up, dust it off. When I fall down 11, I get up 12. Don't need nobody else. Yeah, I can save myself. Got burned, but I learned. Our scars make us who we are. Now I'm 10 feet tall over my demons. Remind me no one's got me like myself. Yeah, I love me without any help. I'm the best thing to believe in. So I'm bringing out the fight, yeah, bring on all the lightning. 'Cause I'm looking for a hero, look inside the mirror. I found one, oh, carry the hurt when it gets too hard. Pick it up, dust it off. When I fall down 11, I get up 12. Don't need nobody else. Yeah, I can save myself. Oh, 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 oh. I could crumble into pieces, but I got a million reasons why I won't. 'Cause this heavy is a season, and the sun is always right behind the storm.
If you or anyone else you know is suffering from domestic abuse, please reach out for help. You are not alone. Abuse is not your fault.